Can I steal you for a minute?
Steal you for a minute?
Can I steal you for a minute?
Welcome to Can I Steal You for a Minute, the reality dating recap podcast. My name is Indra Raj.
And I'm Mary Bianco.
And wow, we thought it was going to be kind of a quiet week, but some big news has dropped. And when I started to see what the news was yesterday, I was like, Mary, is this happening? And you're like, this can't be happening. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm probably wrong.
I can't believe it's our Bachelorette is Taylor Frankie Paul from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Like, you know, the more I've digested it throughout the day, we're recording on Wednesday. This information came out early this morning. I should have seen this coming.
Yeah, we were worried they were going to pick Latia and it would be too Mormon.
Yeah.
And then they put a literal cast member from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
But now I'm
on a
not
TV
worried
show.
about the Mormonism because, like, she's not observant of any of the things about Mormonism that make me cringe.
No, and she did say she's open to dating people who are not Mormon. I think she
Yes.
probably means Christian, but
Yes.
whatever. There are so many other issues with the
There are-
selection of casting.
I know, it's like the Mormon thing is like the least of our problems here.
It just keeps. So when Indra texted me, oh, it seems like it's Taylor Frankie Paul. And I was like, no, it can't be. I saw a post literally last week that like she was with a guy
Right.
and she had put this picture up and we didn't follow her until today. So I just ignored it.
Right.
But she had put this photo reel up and the caption was like, life's a little lighter when you're surrounded by a village and someone who can sing your favorite songs to you. And it was like a slideshow of pictures of her kids. And then it was a picture of a guy like hiding behind a guitar. And this was posted August 31st.
Oh, stop. And
So
today
she's
everyone today is September 9th, 10th.
And then I went back on today and I was like, is this post still up? She just took that picture off, but left the caption. And I'm like, so she soft launched a relationship 10 days ago?
That is,
And now she's going on The Bachelorette?
yeah. Like, this franchise is just like, I didn't think they could really lose their way more. Here we are. And like, I don't know. Maybe this will bring all the viewers because Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is this big phenomenon. And there is probably some morbid fascination going on here that will bring people to this season, which I hate.
Yeah.
I hate that. Who watched the first season of that show with me? And we tried like 10 minutes of season 2 and we couldn't do it. But I've pretty much forgotten about all the women on that show, but I did remember Taylor Frankie Paul and Whitney. Those were the two who like kind of I remember. And I was like, so they cast a Mormon wife as the Bachelorette. And he was like, oh my God, who? And I was like, Taylor Frankie Paul. And he was like, what? And like, I think it was kind of like, oh my God, what a bad decision. But also like, I don't know. I just feel like there is this element of like that shock factor that people are going to be like, well, I have to see what this is all about, maybe.
I think it's good TV. It's good reality TV in the way the early 2000s stuff was all good reality TV,
Right.
where we just put the craziest people you've ever seen in your entire life into a house
Yes.
and didn't care what if they lived or died.
Yeah,
like
like-
just were like,
no care for anyone's welfare at all.
aside from like Taylor Frankie Paul's many scandals, I actually like find myself rooting for her in a lot of ways because I do see that like she has this family that like during the second season.
Yeah.
So here's like her history for people who maybe don't know
Yeah,
her.
because I only saw season 1, which actually, can I just read what they wrote on this Us article, Us exclusive with her?
Yeah.
And then you can fill in the rest because I think this says a lot about her. Okay. This is in parentheses in an introductory paragraph. Taylor was booked for aggravated assault, 2 counts of domestic violence in the presence of a child abuse with injury, and criminal mischief after a fight with Dakota in 2023. She pleaded guilty that August to aggravated assault, while the other 4 charges were dismissed with prejudice. She later reached a plea deal. This is where we're starting season 1 of Mormon Wives. This is where we're starting with Taylor Frankie Paul.
And then she has a baby with this man.
Yes. In 2024.
Yeah. Months after this happened, and it's, it does sound like the fight was mutual, that he was the one that called the police, that she was under the influence. I don't know what happened. None of us know what happened. It was bad what happened.
It was
Eh,
not good, and there were children around. That I
There were
am
children
certain
around.
of.
I'm not going to excuse violence, but like she is somebody who is very prone to a breakdown.
Yeah.
And we've seen that a lot on the show. We've seen that her family was encouraging her the entire second season to get back together with Dakota just because they have a baby together. And
To
he's
like
like,
preserve good Christian Mormon values, right?
and she's saying to her family, like, this guy is bad for me. He makes me feel crazy. He
Yeah.
gaslights me all the time. He definitely cheats on me. He like messages girls while I'm pregnant. He's verbally abusive to me. He doesn't pick up the slack with the child. And her family is saying, you've been a slut. Literally, this is what her stepdad said to her. You've been a slut and you have to live with the consequences.
Wait,
So
he said that.
so I'm paraphrasing, but he used the word slut to describe
Oh
her.
my God.
So this is where she's coming from. I think in theory, it's going to be fun to watch her on TV because sometimes she's like, she tells it like it is.
Right.
She's not afraid to start a fight. The other side of it is that we have producers who are very savvy at manipulating people.
Yeah.
And we have somebody she's like an open wound half the time.
Right.
And has said this herself that she's very desperate for approval and she just wants to make everybody happy.
Oh,
Going
God.
on a show with producers that are just going to use that against her.
Yeah.
And I hope it's like one of two outcomes where she's going to be the producer's nightmare because she's just going to go fucking rogue and do whatever she wants.
Right.
Or she's going to get like really messed with by the producers. I hope it's number one. I think it's what they deserve. Like
Right.
getting some pushback from somebody who
Yeah.
has experience with reality TV and has like been through a swinging scandal,
Yeah. We
had
forgot.
her domestic violence on TV. Like
That was the other thing, the swinging thing,
The
which was
swinging
like
scandal.
kind of her. Wasn't she kind of the ringleader with the swinging situation?
she was like definitely in the center where like everybody in that situation was like at least a little bit in love with her. And so she
Yeah.
was kind of like girls and guys included were just kind of in love with her. And so I think
Oh my God. I
think
mean,
I just think it's gonna be messy in ways that they're not thinking about.
well, here's the thing. Like, whatever happened in that situation, like, she has a domestic abuse charge against her.
Mhm.
And in all the ways that we were disgusted that they cast Devin
Yep.
for something similar, I think we have to like bring that to this a little bit. Like, why are we excusing this type of behavior? It's like, regardless of who they are, there are facts of like certain things should just not be allowed on the show. And I mean, in her case, it's like, I'm less concerned about that, or I don't know what happened, whatever. These are things. But she is so hurt. Like it seems like she has been hurt by a lot of people in her life.
Yeah.
And we all have demons that we carry around with us, but she has a lot that have been very publicly put out there. I'm sure her stepdad was not the only person calling her a slut. Like, can you
No.
imagine being called a slut by someone close to you in your life on national TV? That is disgusting.
And your mom backing them up.
Yeah.
Your mom, after she got surgery to look just like you, backing him up. Like, it's just all these levels of like, she's not surrounded by a solid support system. And like, what we hear from the leads of the show is that if not for my family having my back, I would not survive this.
Right.
And we have somebody who does not have that going into this situation on top of all the other issues for why it's a bad idea to pick her.
Yeah. I mean, just a little bit more on that is just like the other thing the show likes to do is like sugarcoat things and tie everything into a neat little bow in a relatively short period of time and like show people going on these personal journeys and stuff. Especially they want their leads to go through that. And it's like, I just don't trust this production, like just the whole thing. I don't think it's the right environment for her to really work on some things that need for her to like work through some really traumatic shit in her life.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the stage to be doing it on. And they're going to be pushing the like redemption arc with her and getting closure with her family or getting back together when like maybe those people should never fucking be forgiven, like
Yeah.
that sort of stuff is going to be pushed because they always do it. I can just tell you that's going to happen. And it's like, maybe what I can like, my plea to Bachelor producers is don't try and fix her life through this season.
No.
Let her just be who she is. It's going to be fucking messy. There's probably going to be some guys who like slut shame her on the show.
Yeah.
Like I
for
would
sure.
put money on that. And so like that's going to be hard. And like what supports are you going to have in place for her mental health on this journey? Because it's hard. Even just the schedule is hard for people. So
Yeah.
if that on top of like all the other things we know about Taylor, it's just like I'm worried about it. I'm just worried about it.
Yeah, I am too. Like I think it is, and I feel like I talk about them all the time, but Tell the Bees on Instagram, on TikTok, like had such a good point, not about this, but just specifically about like how reality TV is looping back to the really exploitive nature of when it first premiered to capture people's attention again.
Right.
And this is that. This is not like, oh, we're picking a single mom. She has 3 kids. She built this whole career for herself. That's not why they picked her. They picked her because she's messy, and she's messy. She's likable in a way that you can't exactly put your finger on.
Right.
And so they're going to exploit both those things as much as they can. And I just am worried about her. And I don't mean to infantilize her. I know she's a grown woman, but like Rachel Lindsay is like one of the strongest, smartest people that's ever been on the show.
Yeah.
And she really got fucked with by producers.
Yes.
So much so that she married somebody that she like wasn't really sure about. And it's like,
yeah, and it did not end well.
No, and if somebody with like this like prestigious family where her dad's literally a judge and like
Right.
has all this support and stuff around her can end up going through the system and end up like that.
Yeah.
We have seen Taylor Frankie Paul. I feel like I can't not say her 3 names.
I know.
Like I have to say all
Saying
3.
Taylor doesn't like sound right, but I also like always trip up when I try to say Taylor Frankie Paul. I have to like say it slowly. Anyway, go on.
But it's like we've seen her not have that system.
Yeah.
And we've seen both of her exes that she has children with try to take those children away from her.
Yeah.
Is it a good idea to go on a TV show like this? I don't know. I'm worried.
I don't know. I'm also like, could you not get Maria or Rachel or Susie, which were the other
don't know.
rumored people? I mean, anyone who's listened to this pod for a while knows that Maria's not my favorite person. I would have chosen Maria like a million times over Taylor Frankie Paul.
100%, because you wouldn't worry about Maria.
No.
You'd be like, oh, she's going to be fine. Like she knows.
She has no things like this that, like I can't even remember what her sob story was from her season. She did have one, but it's just like, it's not what we're dealing with. I want to call her TFP. Can I call her TFP?
Yeah, I think people do.
Okay. TFP she's only 31. And when I think about that's your age, right, Mary?
I'm a year older than her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of shit that she's gone through, like, I can't imagine that being like nearly 10 years older than her. And I just like, it's not coming from a place of like, I don't like her. I don't think this is good for her.
No, I agree. The past 5 years for her has been insane.
Yeah.
Like, the cheating, the swinger mom talk really blew up right before COVID. And then the scandal happened after COVID. And then the domestic violence arrest and going back and forth with this guy, Dakota, having another baby. Like,
yeah.
And now, navigating being a single mom with 2 different guys and having to like figure out that balance and keeping your family together.
All the
it's
while,
just
like with this social media thing kind of looming in the background, which like we all know that like social media in general is like not good for us.
No.
And like she is literally like the influencer of all influencers. Like mom talk is like, regarded as like this huge phenomenon. So it's like there's just so many like all the recipe ingredients are there for like something really bad to happen on the stove. And it's like, I don't know. I think like the Bachelorette, a season of the Bachelorette could be like a pressure cooker that pushes it over the edge.
It's just not fun to watch play out.
And then, so way back, you're going to say there are other reasons not to have her as Bachelorette. So let's talk about some of those.
She's confirmed MAGA.
Yeah.
And I think we've just seen ABC pushing this more conservative narrative where, like, is she a practicing Mormon? Kind of. But she drinks, has premarital sex, she drinks, she has coffee.
Right.
She's going on a show like this to date multiple guys. She's not like the pillar of Mormon society, but she is still a Mormon.
Yes.
And we're still trending towards this conservatism where, like, she voted for Trump.
Right.
I think all 3 times someone figured out during the last season. During the last season of Mormon Wives, someone figured out that only Miranda and Layla had voted for Kamala and everyone else had voted for Trump. And
Yeah, I mean, I'm
today,
not surprised at all.
no, me neither. I mean, that's, like, I think to be expected.
Right.
And I'm just like, what is ABC's agenda in this?
Right.
Like, today she posts, after never posting about gun violence ever, and
Right.
I've seen this from a lot of people,
Yeah.
about Charlie Kirk being assassinated.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, that is horrible. I do not think he should have been gunned down in plain sight.
Of course
But
not.
at the same time, he's made a platform. His entire job was talking about how we need to protect the Second Amendment, and literally just weeks ago said if people die as a result of the protection of it, that's the cost of freedom and that's what has to happen.
He quote unquote said, I just looked this
Mhm.
up, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Disgusting.
And I'm not saying it's his fault, but I'm also saying you cannot ignore the fact that a very foreseeable outcome of promoting guns over people
Yeah.
and encouraging the protection of the Second Amendment over people is more gun violence.
Yep.
And that he made his entire career and his life's work was speaking about this, and his last sentence before he died was blaming gun violence on gangs before he's killed by a white male who make up the vast majority of gun violence in this country.
Yep.
So to only say like that you're sad that he died and ignore every other shooting, literally the one in Colorado that happened,
Yes.
20 minutes after?
Yep.
And
At
the
a
one 2
school.
weeks ago at a school, when this guy after Sandy Hook is saying things like that and is saying that after the church shooting, and I'm like, the cognitive dissonance of people, including now our Bachelorette,
Right.
to only speak of what happened to him without addressing the fact that you voted for the guy
Yes.
that Charlie Kirk loved, upheld, carried out his mission is insane to me. And I'm really tired of like pretending this is normal and like
Yes.
now she's getting a massive platform with millions and millions of viewers on top of her other platform where she has 7 million viewers on TikTok. I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is never going to change. Gun violence is never going to end if this is like our reaction
Yep.
to it. Is just ignore the fact that like everyone else can see this coming because it's happened so many times and we just do nothing.
Right.
I'm just like,
I think what you
sick
said,
of it.
that phrase cognitive dissonance, is such
Yeah.
a good way to put it. Like, make it make sense. Like,
you can't.
people are so busy protecting their agendas that they're just willing to ignore all of these like pure logic,
Mhm.
And it's so frustrating to watch, and people's lives are at stake. Like, I am very sorry that I didn't know who Charlie Kirk was, because I just like don't want to know who these people are, but now I'm realizing he was like a big deal. Like, absolutely despise everything that he ever said.
Yeah.
Do I want him dead? Absolutely not. But it's like this is the world we're living in, where anyone can have a fucking gun, a murder
Mhm.
weapon, and they can use it to murder people. It can happen
Yeah.
to you. It can happen to me. It can happen to my children in a fucking school. Like, this is where we're at in this country. And it's just like, there are so many places on this earth where guns are not as accessible. And guess what? Gun violence and gun related deaths are way lower.
Yep.
Like, it's
Yeah.
not that difficult. It's not that difficult. And we just cannot get there. And it's like, yeah, it's disappointing all in one day to have TFP announced and then have a very obvious statement about where she's at politically.
Yeah.
And Bachelor Nation has choices. The producers have choices about who they put in these really big roles on their franchise. And this just like really misses the mark for me. Yeah, I'm going to watch the season, but
Yeah.
I'm worried about it. And I don't think it doesn't signal good things to me on like a lot of levels.
No, and if people think we're being like too dramatic, like, oh, it's just reality TV, you're not paying enough attention
Yeah.
because, again, and we'll say it for the millionth time, like, we're just going to make merch that says like reality TV is like a microcosm of our country. Like, being willing to put someone with these political views on TV
Yeah.
and for them right after this massive announcement where millions of people were looking at them to say to take this stand just shows where the agenda is headed.
Yes.
And like her statement was something like truly horrifying, like we have to end gun violence everywhere, whatever. I agree with you. The person that died did not.
Yeah.
And that's just something that everybody is ignoring, and it feels weird. And it also feels weird to be like, oh yeah, like I'm not trying to come across like I'm happy he's dead. I hope I'm not.
No,
I'm never
you're
happy
not.
if anybody's dead, but I'm just like, I feel crazy that this all happened in one day.
Yeah,
Like, and
it's fucking nuts. Like, yeah. I think it is important to know what he said about Second Amendment rights and that he says it was worth it for people to lose their lives to protect them. And that's
in
it.
response to school shootings.
I think it's important for people to know that information.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that until today. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. So
I unfortunately did. I was just hoping he would get out of the spotlight when Trump left the spotlight, but
well, it seems like he was really responsible for galvanizing a lot of young people into Trump's camp.
yep.
Which is like, it's just I don't know how I didn't know who he was actually, given like
You're
now what I'm
lucky.
learning. I'm just like, I can't. And that's the other thing is like there's just so much shit going on.
Yeah,
In this
so much to
world
keep track of. Yeah.
that like it's not even keeping track of it. It's just like it's so much of it is like horrific, like actually horrific, that it makes me feel like I literally am just like a blob, like in the middle of this ocean of shit, and I like cannot move.
100%. Like, it is crazy that I went on my TikTok during lunch today
Yeah.
and I watched him die.
Oh my god.
Like,
Oh my god.
watched a video of him get murdered.
That's insane.
Like, that's crazy. But I think it's also worth bringing up, and this is a point that I saw on TikTok. We have watched videos of Black people getting brutalized
Yes.
for years.
Yes.
As soon as we had cell phones, we've watched footage of the genocide that's ongoing. We've watched so much violence, and for this one to stick
Yeah.
says a lot too. I
The
think we should care
conservative
equally
white
about
man.
I think we should care equally about all of this. It's hard to, but if you only care about the white man and his daughter that he left behind and
Yeah.
not about the children that are being shot in a school or at church or being starved,
Yeah.
you don't actually care about violence. You just care about protecting whiteness, and
Yes.
that's it. Like, and I
100%.
miss me with that. Yeah.
So well said, Mary. That is so
Thank you.
That is really like such an important thing at the core of this, and I think like needs to be called out because it's like podcasts that I love, and I saw them live in Denver last week, is My Favorite Murder. And
Oh yeah.
over the years it's been really interesting seeing the hosts have to like reckon with the fact that when they started they just did a lot of stories about white people because those were the sensationalized stories. That's what people quote unquote wanted to hear about, and the ones that people cared about. And it was like at one point I remember, in the first year or two, people called out that there just weren't very many stories about people of color and that people didn't really care, and they really like reckoned with that and like sought to change that. But it was like white supremacy is real. Like
It is weird too, but it is real.
It is weird and it's real, and it's something that exists and has infiltrated all of our minds.
Yeah.
And when we see these really stark contrasts, it's like, yeah, what kind of violence do you care about? Violence against straight white conservative men,
Yep.
not like literal children starving. No one on this earth in this 2025 should be starving to death. That to me, it makes me want to cry every time I think about it. I just can't.
Me too.
So yeah, and then here we have TFP, who is I part of me wants to believe that someone like her, maybe brought up in a different context, might have different beliefs. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she's a mouthpiece now, and she made that clear today. She was crowned Bachelorette, and she said some MAGA shit, you know?
Yeah.
So here we are, and it's pretty disappointing. I'm not excited about it, but I guess we'll see where it goes. I mean, it's just like another kind of make it or break it thing for ABC and the Bachelor franchise. I mean, it's also like fucking Mel is our Golden Bachelor still.
I was gonna ask you, like, which are you looking forward to more? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I am excited for the Golden Ladies, and we're not talking about them this week. We might do a little bit of like a recap next week, but they did announce the Golden Ladies, and they made a promo that had Mel was not in the promo.
No.
His name was not even mentioned. It was just like these beautiful women strutting around
No
a
Mel
golden
puns
stage.
at all. Yeah.
Like looking incredible. I think we did mention it last week, didn't we? It was great. Like, so I'm excited for that. Like, I want to see those women because they just make me smile. I don't know. Like,
I feel similarly where he's almost just gonna be like the serving dish for getting us there, but like the real meal is the ladies,
Yes.
like they'll be the actual like substance of the season
yeah.
as they were, with Gary. I just like I also appreciate that there are, if not zero, very few women under 60.
Yes.
And so they were kind of like, oh, you don't want anyone under 60? Here's a 70-year-old woman who looks 50 years old.
Oh my
like,
God.
you try to
Literally?
figure out how old she is.
I don't know her name, but there is a woman who was 77 years old, and she
gotta find her
looks
name.
incredible. Like
insane.
it's just like she looks incredible, and I'm just like, when I saw the number on the screen of her age, I was like, wait, what?
Like, what happened?
Unreal.
Hold on, maybe that's the one. There's a few that are 77.
Yeah, which is like, go ABC. I will give them props for actually casting people in their late 70s, women in their late 70s. Like, that is not something that I think we even saw very much of on Gary's season.
Oh, it's Andra.
Andra.
She's a retired federal worker. Well, she has a pension. That's why she looks so great.
Good for
From
you,
Los
Andra.
Angeles, California. Good for you, Andra. She looks literally 50 years old. Like, there's a woman who's right before her who's 63 who looks older than her. Like, and she looks good too. Like, everybody looks good.
Yeah.
I think that actually might be the woman that I kind of know.
Oh, you know someone from the cast?
No is very loose.
Okay.
So it is, my husband went to high school with this kid whose parents got divorced.
Okay.
And this guy's dad dated a woman for a long time.
And it's this woman?
And it's this woman. I have to get more details on it, but like,
wow.
There is some speculation as to the length of time before getting cast on the show that the breakup happened. But I also don't know if that's like just his friends being upset.
Wait, so this is like, that guy was like, I thought I was picturing a relationship from like years ago, but like this is
No,
like
this
recent.
is like, this is who he started dating after his divorce and was with for a long time. And it's like, it's my husband's best friend's mom knows this woman and is not that big of a fan of her.
Okay.
And it was like, couldn't wait to tell me that she knew somebody on the show.
Wow. I wonder if she'll talk about her story.
Yeah. I have to get confirmation from her which one it is, because there's no one from New York on the season, but maybe she's the New Jersey person and they just didn't live together, but I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, what a mess.
What a mess.
We'll be watching it. We'll be covering it.
Let us on the cruise.
If Mel is too much of an asshole, I may have to stop watching, but I will give the Golden Bachelor a chance.
We'll evaluate.
Yeah.
We're going to have our own little cognitive dissonance from who Mel is on the outside to enjoy the show, because we deserve it.
Right. I'm just going to Anyway. Okay. So speaking of Bachelor, we had our Bachelor in Paradise finale along with this very bizarre podcast reunion, which was hosted on Bachelor Happy Hour by Wells. And I watched the YouTube version. Did you watch
So did
YouTube?
I. Yeah.
It was in like the smallest room ever.
And like poor sound quality.
Yes.
And I actually have to give Wells props. I think he did a pretty good
I thought so
job.
too.
And I would be happy for him to host the reunion going forward. Just not in this format, guys. It felt like too informal. Like
There was
they didn't watch clips. They didn't, there's no like clips that they can react to or
there was too much there was too many run-on sentences. Like
yeah.
one of the things I learned at this reunion is that Dale is the most long-winded person I have ever met. Actually, there are a lot of long-winded people. Like
Yeah.
and Kat and Alicia and Parisa. Like there were certain people who once they started talking, they just never stopped. And I think it's because like they did very little editing, it seemed like.
Yeah.
But Wells did a good job. He was a radio DJ before all the Bachelor stuff. So he has like that hosting thing, I guess, a little bit. But like, yeah, it was like definitely 45 minutes longer than it needed to be. It was 2 hours, a little over 2 hours.
Without like getting to the real
Yeah.
issue of anything, like the Jeremy Alex Bailey thing took up like a large percentage of it. And it still ended up kind of feeling like people were blaming Alex.
Right.
Like Bailey kept saying, I obviously think that Jeremy should tell me first, but like, and kept getting spun around back onto Alex in a way that like wasn't very fair.
Yeah.
And still kind of ended up saying that Brian shouldn't have spoken up. And I'm like, wait, we've lost the plot here a little bit.
No, I know. It was all very confusing and kind of like at the end I was like, I don't even care. Like the only thing I care is that like Alex is okay because I don't think Alex deserves. It sounds like she's getting a lot of social media hatred, which feels very uncalled for. And the one thing that was clear to me from this reunion and just like listening to people in that specific situation is like things are kind of opaque and weird. It's not like a real life situation where it's like, oh, I heard this, I need to inform my best friend. Like there's all sorts of different channels going on. And like, I do think Bailey needed to know. And really, like, Jeremy needed to tell her. Like, it was, especially because they're together now. It's like, Jeremy, you should have been upfront with her about this before. It was like several days in at this point. Like the show was, we find out like maybe ending within like 5 to 6 days after Bailey found out, and you still hadn't told her, and you're like, planning to go to the end with her, and like they are still together. So
she's moving in with him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So like, what do you think about all of that and their relationship?
I think Bailey is more deferential to Jeremy than I would have expected from meeting her on Grant's season.
Yes.
And that disappoints me because I do like her and I think that she can be very well spoken and opinionated about stuff. But we saw this with like the voting where it's like, I'm just going to, I'm going to vote how you vote.
Right.
And then now it's like she's moving in with him and picking a fight with other people.
Yeah.
So that she doesn't have to admit that she is upset with Jeremy.
Right.
And Jeremy,
to protect his ego, clearly.
To protect his ego, which gets hurt really quickly.
Yes.
Like he gets like all red in the face and like jumps in and cuts people off really quickly. And like this season was not a good look for him, and the reunion wasn't a good look either. Like he looked like a douche. Like
I mean,
it was not good.
You can just see he's like the definition of like cannot take a joke.
No.
Like even when people were kidding around and like kind of like throwing snide comments at him that were like clearly a joke and didn't mean anything from his friends, he was like sitting there stone faced, like not able, like he didn't say this, but like don't talk about me like that kind of energy.
Right.
And it's just like, dude, like take a chill pill. Like everything's okay. Like you don't have to take things so seriously. You don't have to get like so mad when someone says something negative about you. And like, here's the thing, Jeremy, like you should have told Bailey. You did a lot of
Yeah.
things wrong. And he did like own up to some of those things during the reunion, but it's like his thing was like, I'm going to say all the things I did wrong. And then if anyone else continues to point those things out, like you're in the wrong.
Yeah, if anyone wants to have like a discourse with me,
Yeah.
don't bother.
No.
It even is like, we could see that he's even petty in that like Bailey and Jeremy got voted off right before the finale. They were not one of the final
Yeah.
3 couples.
Mhm.
And so the jury of their peers, or the Parliament of Paradise, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
come back. And Jeremy and Bailey are wearing all black. And Jeremy has black sunglasses on. And I was like, you're such a loser. Like,
Oh my.
like this symbolism you thought you were bringing is not working. Like,
No. And like, I don't know. I mean, Bailey really likes him for one reason or another. And like, I don't know. We liked Jeremy at one point. There's
I
probably
thought he was a nice Jewish boy. And
Yeah.
he's just
I-
a Jewish boy.
I think like there's probably aspects about him that make him more interesting than other guys that Bailey's probably been around. That's the only thing I can guess. And so
Yeah.
she likes that part of him and wants to like keep that, but it's like, you know, look at the whole picture. And I don't know. I don't actually know what's going on in their relationship. Maybe they're like super happy and will be totally fine like forever.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big step for her to move in with him. Like that's big.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
Like if they break up
Um,
now, like it's going to be really bad. It's not like a fake TV breakup. It's like I changed my whole life around for you and now we're breaking up.
Yeah. And I don't have any of the
Which is hard
the
for
money
anyone, so
from
yeah.
winning the show to move out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we'll see how it goes. It wasn't a good look for him at the reunion. I don't think the end of the season was like a better look for him. Like,
no.
you know, before he's getting voted out, it's a lot of throwing people under the bus. And
Right.
I'm just looking at my notes. Did you notice that so many people took issue with the phrase strongest couple?
Oh,
Like-
yeah, especially Kat.
Kat was defensive about it. Sean was defensive about it. Like when Sean said to Kathy, I don't think you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh my god. Don't
But
don't
him and
fuck with
Alicia-
Kathy, Sean. Stop it.
Don't fuck with Kathy. Him and Alicia are already broken up. And the couple that she wanted to keep in are still together. So maybe she did know what the fuck she was talking about, Sean.
Yeah. Like I got that. I obviously got that energy from Sean and Alicia, who like I don't take anything they say seriously. They're so annoying.
When she goes, would you like to sit with a polygraph test tomorrow at 10
Oh
a.m.?
my god. That was like
I
was like
have an appointment with the best FBI agent in the state of California. Shut the fuck
was
up, Alicia.
so embarrassing for her.
Such a loser
Wasn't that like the
move.
most embarrassing thing? And it's like, I'm the last person who's gonna defend Kat. Like, I tried to like get there with Kat this season, but after this reunion, I'm just like, nope, I'm right back where I started with you. I don't like you. I really don't like you. But even in that interaction, I was like, I think I'm Team Kat a little bit here. Like,
Yeah. Alicia really triggered something in me because she reminds me of like a friend that I had that was always trying to catch people in a lie.
oh, that's so annoying.
And the exact way that she said that reminded me so much of stuff that she would say where she'd be like, I know the top dermatologist and I will get, you know, it was just always like had to have the top person.
It's just-
And that same energy of like, I have an appointment with the best FBI agent in the state of California. It's like, okay, polygraphs are a scam.
Yeah.
So like,
First
who
of all,
cares?
and also like that's not cool. Like that's really weird and no one's impressed. And,
And
you
the
just
FBI is not taking appointments to just pop in for a polygraph.
and like she's so cringy with the way she like makes these statements where she thinks she's being such a badass bitch and it's really like, no, you just look like a fool. Like that was like I couldn't even really watch that. I was just like, oh my God. I really could have done without Sean and Alicia at all at this reunion.
They make me want to like crawl out of my skin. Like I don't, they're so self-satisfied
Yes.
despite having nothing to show for it. Like,
nothing, literally
oh,
nothing.
Sean, do I really believe there's a boyfriend with receipts, but now he doesn't want to be involved? No, I don't. I
No.
think it's very convenient.
I also think Kat was absolutely being shady. And like, I cannot believe her and Dale are still together. Like, I can't believe it.
It's only been a couple months. We'll see how it goes.
It's,
But
yeah.
we did get some intel from a couple cast members on the Kat situation.
Yes.
These people did not see Kat with a laptop, but did comment on the fact that many of the boys had their phones the whole time.
Right.
So maybe these boys should shut up about Kat having a laptop.
Right.
And just keep it. Because what were you doing with your phones, fellas?
Yeah. 100%.
What were we doing?
We also heard that loosely, without getting too specific to not out anyone, the production wanted Kat to be outed in one way or another. So, you know, Sean and Alicia were probably very much encouraged to come back with this information and these receipts. And, you know, productions, they saw them and were like, we have a golden opportunity here to have this stupid
They're so thirsty,
couple.
they're ready.
Yeah, this fucking thirsty, stupid couple come and like think that they're dropping a huge bomb and everyone's just like, get the fuck out of here. So yeah, that was like so dumb. Kat is more defensive than ever. Like, whatever. I just feel like the way she was trying to be cool, calm, and collected on the season was just so obviously a PR move. It wasn't the result of any actual work having happened, which is disappointing. Like, I always would hope to see the best in people, but we're back to square one with her. And like, honestly, her and Dale kind of deserve each other. Like, if they want to stay together, that's great. Good for them.
They can have fun.
Yeah.
And like, they're clearly salty they didn't win the money.
Yes.
Jeremy admitted he would fake a breakup with Bailey to take all the money.
Yes. Which, like, no one will ever actually know if he would have just taken the money and never gotten back together with her. You know what I mean?
But 100% we know he would have taken the money.
Oh, yeah. He definitely said that. Did you catch when Dale was like, I'm not going to stress about $500K? I'm like, Dale, you just showed all your cards there about how much you didn't need the money, because $500,000 is a lot of money. Like, that's crazy.
You're also lying.
Yeah.
Because we watched you stress very much about the money for weeks.
Yes.
So like,
yes.
Not all of your conversations were about sticking around to keep pursuing a relationship with Kat. A lot of it was about the money. So the only people who I don't believe cared about the money were Kathy and Keith. Like, you know, their point of like, we just wanted to set a young couple up for the future because like we have our money and you know, we were just there for fun. It's like, so I believe them. Like, and
totally.
they acted that way. So I believe it. Did you catch when Andrew said like they got out of paradise and he told Alex like, gotta stop texting your hoes, like you're exclusive with me now?
Yeah.
And Keith said, well, I'm still one of Alex's hoes because we text all the time.
Keith, what a guy.
What a guy.
Wells mentioned at least 3 times that he wants Keith to be the next Golden Bachelor. That is a season I would be excited about.
I think he'd do a great job.
I do too. I think I wonder if he would have like as many romantic connections.
He would probably just end up like
so goofy,
therapizing girls with daddy issues, like older women who never had like a good relationship with their father.
Oh my God. I mean, okay, so actually talking about how the show ended up too. Like, what a fucking scapegoat to like split up the money and then give it to them anyway. Like, they didn't get the full amount, but they did get like a lot. Like,
yeah,
Spencer and Jess got like almost $200,000.
Yeah, they got $190K.
And Alex got what? Like, I'm saying Alex got it because they agreed to let her pay off her student loans with it, which I think is great.
They got 125. I think their reactions to it were really sweet. Like, watching Andrew wait for Alex to see if she would choose the money and knowing that they had the conversation where he basically told her, like, I will date you after this if you pick the money. Like, I understand that you need it. She was like, I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah.
And then him crying when she showed up was so sweet.
It was super sweet.
And then, you know, I'm glad that they still got some of the money.
Yeah, the whole thing just got so messy with all the different aspects and things. And they did reference that in this reunion. Like, what did they like about it? What did they not like? And I did think there were some honest answers. Like a lot of the contestants said that they liked the challenges because they felt like it helped them get to know their partners better. And I think that I see that. I understand that. And I think having
I
a
agree
little
with
bit
that.
more of like a getting to know you aspect of it is a good thing.
Yeah.
And like, spices things up a little. But a lot of people said, or maybe Spencer said this, that at the point at which they needed to then start voting for each other and voting each other out was when it got like really stressful and not fun and sort
Yeah.
of ruined the vibe, which I also can see.
Multiple of them kind of said that the voting and being forced to do that
Right.
just made them like more insular on their couples. And I think you can see that. I think
Yeah.
you can see that the couples were so close, but the friendships aren't exactly still there
Right.
because it got like very hard to make those decisions.
Yeah, and in like a pretty short period of time, and it was also such uncharted waters and no one knew the rules. I don't even think the producers really knew what they were doing, that like everyone was confused. So
Yeah.
it was like, what are we doing? What's the point here? Like even Sean trying to do this Parliament of Paradise Survivor-esque thing, like you can't do that if you don't even really understand the game. So yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I was hoping it would turn into Survivor. And it's like, well, you had no indication. How would you assume that that's going to happen? Like,
Yeah. No, it
this
was
is not a savvy group of Survivor players. They're
yeah.
just here on the beach.
I mean, they did also say, and I will give it to them, like, we had a lot of couples come out of this season, and 3 of them, I'm not okay, I'll count Kat and Dale. I just really don't think that that's real in any way, but sure, there were 4 couples on that stage that are still together, and at least 2 of them I really think are gonna make it long term.
Yeah.
Jeremy and Bailey, like, I think will probably at least date for another year if they're moving in
Yeah, I agree.
together. And then Kat and Dale, who knows, but they are still together. Like, that's pretty high success rate for a season of any reality dating show at this point.
I think way more successful than the previous season.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the previous season
Sorry.
was like fake engagements, and so yeah, I mean, there is something like I do think Alex and Andrew are like really in it with each other.
I I really like them together. At first when he was like not letting her speak,
Right.
I was a little bit like, I don't know if I like this, but then it kind of became clear that he's like so defensive of her
Right.
and was like, if this guy's going to yell at her, I'm going to yell back. And I was kind
Yes.
of like,
I feel like they do match each other's energy and genuinely care for each other. And yeah, Andrew had this whole thing, Jonathan talked for longer than I needed him to about how he came into this season as a golden boy and was like trying to be perfect for everyone, and that's why he didn't find love. I'm not really sure that's actually what was going on, but in any case. Andrew was like, I had a similar thing on my first time on Paradise, and I really had to like change my mindset, and I did now come out of here like falling in love with someone. And I did see that change in Andrew. I do think he was like he felt like he was coming into it from a more like thoughtful, mature place this season.
because if I'm remembering correctly, he was Eliza, Rodney, and him were the love triangle.
Yeah, I feel like he had a couple things.
Yeah.
Like Eliza was one, and there was like one other woman that he was like totally in love with, and then it like quickly fell apart. And then was he the one when he left, like everyone lost their minds? Like it was like everyone was just like crying their eyes out on the beach when he left.
Now I can't remember.
I
I
feel
wonder if
like
I
it
could
was
find
him. Like,
this.
remember that episode where it's like,
Yes.
if you just dropped into watching that scene, you'd be like, what happened?
What happened?
Like, who died?
Wait, Andrew Spencer breaks his silence after emotional exit.
Yes, it was like, I just remember it being so over the top. Like, what the hell is even happening here?
Well, you know what it is they had that dance. Remember they
Yeah.
used to have those proms?
Yes.
And it was like the prom where everyone was like breaking up with each other. It was like they sent them to this prom and then they were like, okay, get engaged or go home.
Yes. And like everyone broke up. Like I remember
Oh,
Abigail and Noah broke up then, and they are
so
now
this was
married.
his first time, and he really liked Teddy.
Yes.
And then he was with Jasenia and then was
Oh wow.
so and then he came back, I think the second time, and
Yes.
that was the Eliza.
Oh, so he's done it twice before.
I think he's done it twice.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So basically he's had a lot of bad luck on Paradise leading up to now.
Yeah.
And he just found like Alex and Andrew, they just found each other. Like
They did.
and you know, it again, it's just like as we've been saying, it would have been nice to just kind of watch their love story.
It would have been really cute to just see it. Oh, I guess he was only on once. Who's in the Eliza triangle?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Sorry,
You
it's
know
not
what
important.
they could do with to somehow like the challenges next time is like maybe like in Top Chef, you know, like the quick fires, you can win like $5,000.
Oh, that's smart.
Like maybe it's like, hey, if you're the winning couple, you win $5,000, and like
yeah, or like you win it. This week it's a vacation, and then
right,
this week it's $5,000. Like you just kind of pile it up.
right, and then it's like you still no one needs to be voting each other off. Like you can just
I
have
like that.
the end where like the strongest couples decide to stay and or get engaged, and like but there's still a money element to it or whatever. I feel like that could maybe be a happy medium for whatever they were trying here.
I like that because keep bringing in new people. I know Kat was like, I liked that they didn't bring in new people because I'm crazy and I would spiral. And I was like, that's not good.
Yeah,
That's not a
like-
good enough reason.
Honestly, like Kat and Dale, like when I imagine their relationship, it's just like a thin thread that's like starting to like fray. That's like about to break. Like
Yeah.
I did not see an ounce of chemistry between them. Dale just sitting there, like leaned back with his microphone, just like talking for 15 minutes at a time. Just like, please get this man out of my life. I never want him to be on any of these shows ever again.
He's like the guy who keeps coming back to visit his high school. It's like, enough, dude.
100%.
Enough.
Spencer and Jess are still happily engaged, meeting each other's families.
Oh,
She's
cute.
moving to Dallas in a few
Yeah.
months. I mean, they are in it. Those two
They are
are
locked
in
in.
love.
They're really cute together.
They are. I'm happy for them. I feel like another great energy vibe match with them. And yeah, you know, kudos to the show for like these two couples alone.
Maybe
you
they
know?
can pull it off again. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I won't say never with this. I think the season was just so fucking weird. I can't even like tell you if I liked it or not. I'm just like, I don't even know what I just watched.
I feel like I'm happy with how it ended up, so I'm
Yeah.
like forgiving a lot of the issues with it. But
Yeah.
if I think too much on it, I'll get mad again.
Right.
Like I think just because we ended up with good couples doesn't mean what they did was a good idea, and I hope that they don't.
Yeah.
And they can't do the element of surprise again. Like they've blown that like
No, yeah.
you could choose love and maybe still end up with money.
Exactly.
So I don't know what they'll do.
Well, I just gave you a good idea, ABC.
That was a really good idea.
Do
Let us on the
some-
cruise, and Indra's happy
Yes,
to talk you through the details.
Okay. We did DM them asking for
Yeah.
access to the cruise, and they didn't ignore us. So
They said they'll keep us in the loop.
I know. I
so-
mean, put us on the cruise. I know we're mad at you about your Bachelorette choice and your Golden Bachelor choice and a few other things. But ultimately, we are protectors of this franchise. We just spent an hour talking about you.
It's like your parents. We're hard on you because we love you. We know
Yes.
you can be better.
Exactly.
Like,
You can be better. We want to help. Put us on
we're
the
not mad. We're
cruise.
just disappointed. Put us on the cruise.
Does this mean Taylor Frankie Paul is going to be on the cruise?
Probably not. I feel like they'll keep the cruise OG for some reason. Like, I feel like they'll like.
I want an OG
'Cause she-
cruise. I want
She might not be aired until
Oh.
after.
Well, okay, yeah, that's a question I have is like when will the next season of The Bachelorette air? Like, are they going to film this fall and then release it in January like they did with
I think
Bachelor
they're starting the
seasons?
casting for her during the Golden Bachelor.
Yeah, so probably by mid next year, maybe we'll have a
Yeah.
Bachelorette season. It is
And
weird, like not having the yearly cycle the way it used to be.
I know. I'm not sad we're not getting a Bachelor though.
Oh no, like
It's
fuck
good to take a
that.
break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need maybe we can get some quality men from Taylor's season.
Maybe.
TFP's season. I can't say Taylor. It sounds too weird.
I'm scared. I feel like we can't even do political elite like stuff on that one season.
Oh God.
It's
Ugh.
gonna be everybody, isn't it?
No. There's got to be some. I don't know. I guess we'll see. It'll be an interesting
Scared.
cast breakdown, if nothing
I'm
else.
very scared.
They released cast members for Love Island, not Love is Blind Denver, and my high school Denver-based friend group is alight with talking about it. Unfortunately, none of my good friends know anyone from the cast, including myself. But yeah.
The main age seems to be 29. I don't know what it is about that city, but everybody at 29 decided to get married.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see. And then so next week, Love Island Games is premiering on September 16th.
Yeah.
It's really they revealed at least the starting cast for that too, and really nothing exciting there. Like they chose basically all the people from USA and UK who I just don't really like.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with that.
They also pick people that like don't seem sporty. Like I liked that it was
Like competitive.
like competitive, and I just like Andrea's not gonna run for a ball.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I'm not even gonna go through the cast because we'll just talk about it next week. But I've never watched Love Island Games, so like they've already filmed it, right? Like it's one of the ones that airs
Yeah, it's
after.
yeah, I think it's filmed within the last couple of weeks. Like I think
Okay.
it's pretty fresh because Ariana was posting being in Fiji.
Right.
But it's fun. I had a good time watching it last year. It's good to bring everybody together from
Yeah.
different places. Well, like I've never watched, Love Island Malta, for example. So we'll get to
Right.
see people from all these countries that we're not watching the Love Island for.
Yes.
It's just the people I do know. I'm not really excited to see any of them. Like one of my least favorites is Lucinda, and she's there. And please just edit out her chewing. I really need that this season.
Wait, who's Lucinda?
She was on UK and Australia.
Oh, okay. I don't know her.
And she's just like ultimate princess vibes. And she chews with food, like she chews with her mouth open and talks with food in her mouth.
Oh no.
And I have misophonia so bad. I don't know if she's a good person or not. I hate her. I can't watch her.
Well, hopefully they won't show her eating too much. Is it like, are they all living in the villa together?
Yeah, it's the same villa. They'll all be there together, but it's much shorter. It's
Okay.
planned out episodes.
Okay.
But just like take mercy on this pregnant lady. Like I
Yeah,
can't
come on.
handle that.
Like, we don't need that. Mary's
No.
uncomfortable enough. Like, let's.
Yeah, I'm trying to like get this thing down from my ribs because it's driving me crazy. But
Okay, so we'll talk about that next week. There probably won't be like a lot to talk about. So
no,
we'll also go through the Golden Ladies, because that season premieres, I believe, the following Wednesday, the 24th. So towards the end of the month, keeping up with that, and then also new episodes of Love is Blind when that starts on October 1st, which is a Wednesday. Since all the new content comes out on Wednesdays, we can't record on Wednesdays because we'll be like a full week behind, which we like kind of are right now with this Bachelor thing anyway. So we're going to switch to recording on Mondays and releasing, I mean, probably on Tuesdays, so, but that'll be at the end of the month. So until then, we'll just cover what we cover. There's so much crossover these days. There's so many people on different shows. Like Dylan Efron's gonna be on Dancing with the
Dancing with the
Stars. And like
Stars. I
Dylan
can't
Efron
wait.
is a part of our podcast because he was on Traitors
Yep.
with all the other people that were on reality dating shows. So he is now a part of our universe.
He's been folded in, and I love him so much, and I'm so excited for him.
Oh my God. He's just like, yeah. I said to Mary, I was like, they should make him the Bachelor. And then you told me that he has a girlfriend. And not only does he have a girlfriend, they've been together like since high school, which is just like too cute.
So cute, and like she's private, so she doesn't want to be
Exactly.
in public with him. It's like so sweet.
It's so sweet. And like he loves his dog, and I actually follow him for my personal page on Instagram, which is rare for me, but
Very rare.
he's worth a follow. Like just because
Yeah.
I just love him. I don't know.
Me
Even
too.
the ads he does, I'm like, I love this ad.
I know. I just think he's so cute, and he won Las Culturistas Award for Best Photo because he had a photo with his little booty in the air, and he
Oh
was
my
such a good sport
gosh.
about it. And I love him.
We love him. So anyway, that's a positive note to end on. We will stay updated on all the things and update you. So next week, yes, we'll have another episode on Thursday, and then the week after that. Is that right? I don't know. I can't keep track of time anymore. Who cares?
We'll post on social media and subscribe. It'll be in your
Yeah,
inbox.
we're quiet on the memes right now because there's not a lot of content, but
Next week that's changing.
Yeah.
I will meme Love Island Games.
ooh,
And we'll see how
yay.
it goes.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for listening. We love you so
Yay.
much, and we will talk to you next week.
Yay.
Cheers,
Cheers,
lovebirds.
Thanks for listening to Can I Steal You for a Minute? Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, and if you like the show, please leave a rating and review. Follow us on social media at Can I Steal You for a Minute Pod, and support the show through Patreon